Hi, and welcome to the Australian National Construction Review. My name's Tamron Hurley, and each week we take a look at some of the most exciting and innovative projects from around Australia. Today we're taking a look at Sanctuary by Sekisui House, and we're joined by Paul Wainwright and Zach Petrovic. Hi, gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, thank you. Now, why don't we start with introductions, a little bit about each of you.
Sure. My name's Zach Petrovic. I'm a development manager working for Sekisui House and have been with the company for a little over 6 years and have been in the building and construction industry for a little over 20 years now.
And I'm Paul Wainwright. I'm the sales and marketing operations manager for Sekisui House, who I've worked with since 2009 when they joined or entered into the Australian marketplace, and I've worked in the industry for around 20 years.
A lot of experience there. Why don't we talk a little bit about Sekisui House? It is such an innovative company and, of course, based in Japan. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Absolutely. So Sekisui House are one of the largest home builders and community developers in the world. We were founded in 1960 in Japan, and since our inception, we've sold over 2.4 million homes internationally. After starting our international business in 2009 in Australia, we have since expanded into other countries, including USA, Singapore, and China.
Incredible. Now, let's talk about the actual project. It is so close to the Sydney city, but it creates such a beautiful green oasis. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure, I can start a little bit about the project. So Sanctuary by Sekisui House is located on the peninsula suburb of Wentworth Point, essentially the geographical centre of Sydney. We're close to Parramatta roads and Sydney Olympic Park. We're also in close proximity to schools, shops, entertainment, transport. I think one of the really important or exciting features of the site is that we have the Sydney Olympic Park very well virtually located on our doorstep.
And to add to that, we are also unique in the estate there at Wentworth Point, where there are several thousand apartments already completed. We are the sole and only site on the western side of Hill Road, and we are the largest site that has over 400 metres of north-facing absolute riverfront future residential.
That's really impressive. Now let's talk about that waterfront. I know that the theme is accessing affordable waterfront. Tell us a little bit about not only the units, but you have maisonettes and, all sorts available.
Well, I'll start by saying that Sanctuary by Sekisui House is a master plan community featuring approximately 2,300 units, and as part of our first stage, which we received DA approval for recently in June, we will be constructing 364 apartments.
Those apartments in the first stage sit across 4 buildings, including a 28-storey tower. And what was really critical when we did the design brief with our architects and team of expert consultants was to provide a really broad mix of property types, from typical 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments with an ever-expanding populace and type of person moving into Wentworth Point. We're introducing double-storey terraces, townhomes and masonette penthouses, which have amazing rooftop amenity and barbecue areas to enjoy the surrounding views and outlook.
Oh, it sounds absolutely fantastic and so innovative to be considering all those various types of people that would want to move into the area. We touched on the design and the build, so let's talk about who designed and built it.
So the building was designed by Turner Architects and Turf Design Studios, being our landscape architect. I think what's really interesting and what Sekisui House is really excited about is delivering the Sanctuary community, which is surrounded by three sides by nature. So we have the Parramatta River on the foreshore. To the west, we have the Newington Nature Reserve, and to the south of our site, we have the Millennium Parklands. So not only Sekisui House, but the design team and the consultants involved have all been very excited by this opportunity to deliver something truly special for the area.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it's got so many striking features. Can you tell us some of your favourites?
I think for us and for Sekisui House, it's about being sympathetic to the surrounds and the ecosystem and the synergies that we're creating. So we're looking to integrate some very natural features in our buildings. We've introduced in our first stage a terracotta facade, which has a very a neutral and a natural colour palette. So we're excited about the project for sure.
And some of the other features as part of the broader master plan are outdoor space and community amenity, which we can go into a bit more detail on, including a public park, which will be accessible to not just our residents, but the broader public as well, which will be flanked by a central plaza or community precinct, which is not exclusive, but a little bit more connected back to the community itself.
Now, I know that Turner did the interiors. Can you tell us a little bit more about them?
Sure. So that's correct. Turner did the interiors, or worked closely with the Sekisui House team to design the interiors. We're very happy and proud of the product that we've created. We feel that we've achieved a very neutral colour palette, which appeals to a broad range of people out there. And off the back of that, I think we pay a lot of attention to designing efficient and functional spaces.
So to add to that, not just on the interiors, but the actual floor plan designs themselves, what's key to some of our success is about having that diversity and flexibility. We pay so much attention to room sizes, natural light, ventilation, privacy into adjoining apartments, and flexibility for living spaces that provide something for everyone.
I think that privacy point is very important. As you know, there's living in such close quarters. But I do also know from your past projects that amenities are a huge part of your projects and being so successful. Can you tell us what amenities this project has?
Sure. So when we do our original planning and master planning on the broader community space, the site is over 9 hectares, so there is a lot of space there. We try to design and introduce community facilities that will complement people from all walks of life and all stages of life. Our expectations are to have some boutique convenience style retail, restaurants, cafes and the like, as well as a state-of-the-art residential recreational facility, which will include gym, spa, sauna, indoor heated swimming pool. There will be a community function centre, which we're discussing closely with council, as well as a whole lot of other facilities for each and every individual stage.
So I think what's important here is that Sekisui House designed their homes and communities essentially to last generations.
It does look like a fantastic development. Has it met your expectations so far? I know development hasn't completed yet, but up until this point.
Absolutely. In our early stages, we approached our existing purchasers who have bought off us previously, including local residents, and we've had some great success. Our first release was just over 120 apartments, which was a stage 1 in that first precinct. We're getting close to around 100 when you include the ones that have already exchanged and those that are pending and coming up for exchange. So much so that we've fast-tracked the second release, which was levels 11 through to 20 of the tower. And we're going to market with that now and expecting with the surrounding views a similar sort of uptake.
And just to add to what Paul was saying, we have also found that there's been a lot of investor demand. So it's good to see that that the market is still strong in that segment. And I think the main reason behind that is that Sekisui is able to provide a quality product. I think that's been a key and very beneficial to the sales that we've achieved.
Well, you've done an absolutely outstanding job. Congratulations to you both. If anyone would like to get in contact with you to find out more or to purchase one of your fantastic properties, how can they do that?
Absolutely. They can visit us at our display suite, which is located in the Pierside Shopping Centre. So that's Shop 9, 1 Burraway Road, directly opposite the Sydney Olympic Park Ferry Wharf. Alternatively, we can jump on the website. We have our web address is www.sanctuaryapartments.com.au.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today and taking some time to tell us a little bit about this beautiful project.
Absolute pleasure. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
You too. And if you'd like to find out more about this project or any of the projects featured on the show, please don't forget to visit us at www.ancr.com.au. I'm Tamron Hurley. We'll see you next time.